set up more difficult today, so going to be harder to push. But I was surprised that yesterday we didn't see some players take it deep.
Hye-jin Choi missed the green here at the par 3 12th, but caught a piece of it.
Really trying to make a.
Hye-jin Choi, one of those sharing the lead. This her second at 8.
A huge bunker right of the fairway here, leaning like this is right as well. And still in the bunker. That's going to be a long, awkward shot.
Remember, Hye-jin Choi was in the bunker, played to here. This for birdie.
Yeah, really hard to be aggressive from that location with the bunker shot. Smart play to here. Makes, trying to make birdie the hard way. I early called it. I early called it.
It looked good, didn't it? Sells for a par there.
Yeah, just a poor tee shot. Put her out of position on that hole where we're seeing almost everyone take advantage.
Back at the 9th hole here in the 3rd round of the Chevron Championship, and Hye-jin Choi with her second. Also have some options from there. And we'll go back once.
I think Hye-jin, I don't see this putt rolling particularly smoothly through the first 5 feet of this putt because of the fringe, but it will do once it gets on the green. Oh, it did well.
A nice outward 9 for Hye-jin Choi.
Heads on the left to use the slope.
Hye-jin Choi next on the tee at 10.
And again, there is more room to the left than you think. It does widen up out there at just about the point where these players are hitting their tee shots too.
She is one of the most accurate drivers of the golf ball.
And that's lovely tee shot there.
That doesn't have tremendous length, but definite.
Yesterday, whether it be +1 or +2, and some groups, 9 players had to come out and finish this morning as we go back out to the play at the 10th and the second coming up for Hye-jin Choi.
Well, Hye-jin here is found herself on a little upslope in the middle of the fairway. There's a little bit of breeze into the players right now, slightly off the left. Whole location tucked on that far left side. It will stop fairly quickly because of the wind direction, and the green is angled towards her. She has a 6-iron out. Still a fairly intimidating shot. You don't really want to be long or left of this flag. And then if you're right of it, the green is so undulating, it's going to make for a difficult 2-putt. So accuracy is so key here. No, this is out to the right. This is going to be a difficult up and down from there.
Yeah, got stuck a little bit underneath it. Seems like a last-minute mental
Hye-jin Choi sharing 3rd. This for birdie technically.
Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. It's got that sort of that ridge that runs across the middle of this green to negotiate. And that's ridiculously good. Being able to judge a speed like that, great imagination.
How about that effort? I think if you had told her standing over that putt, that's where it would finish, she would take that in a heartbeat.
Back at the 11th hole here in the 3rd round of the Chevron Championship. This is Hye-jin Choi for a birdie. Putting back up the hill. Should break a little to the right at the end. Didn't quite have enough speed, so that's going to be another par. She's bogey-free today, 2 birdies.
1 on the Epson Tour, the road to the LPGA, as the saying goes. Hye-jin Choi, tee at 12.
Also using the 8-iron. Send this one up really high.
How about that sound? Just kicked when
That
it
hit
hit.
like a rock there. It's gonna come back a little bit, but I'm surprised at how.
Hye-jin Choi will be next for birdie here at 12.
And she's a player that I am really surprised has not won on tour yet.
Karen, I was just about to say that. 4
Yeah.
years out here and has not won. It's hard to believe.
It really is, because she came out as an amateur, almost won a US Open as an amateur, and really hasn't been able to seal the deal. She's got all the tools though.
Yep. This is her 5th time in this championship. Her best 7th.
Back over to 13 and Hye-jin Choi for birdie.
Yeah, her little pitch, she got underneath it, got a little chunky, which is why she doesn't have a better look than this.
And she's going to be about halfway between Hye-jin Yu's ball and the hole, so that should be a 5 for Hye-jin Choi as we look at the strike on the putt.
Still, Tom, what we've seen yesterday, players getting off to good starts, and then that, I know that.
Check in with Hye-jin Choi, just in the fairway here at 14.
116 is the yardage. It is playing back into the breeze off the right. She was in between clubs, in between the wedge and a little 9. This can only be a tiny 9. The signal was for that club, so she's going to finesse this one in, Morgan.
Yeah, one of the things she was working on was being a little bit smoother off the ball, not rushing her tempo and transition. It's a safe play, but not what she was looking for with the wedge in her hand. Chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Up at 18, Chun trying to finish with a par. 30-year-old from South Korea, 4 wins, but 3 of the major championships, and an opportunity. Saw a Grand Slam at Augusta, Rory McIlroy, and a winner of 4 different majors on the LPGA Tour, is considered a Grand Slam.
Hye-jin Choi, her 3rd.
All downhill to the hole, Tom. A break a bit to the left as well.
It's going to give Hye-jin Yu a sense of how speedy it is down the hill.
Absolutely. And leaving it short is somewhat predictable too, because it looks like there's nothing the other side of the hole.
Hye-jin Choi, her 3rd.
All downhill to the hole, Tom. A break a bit to the left as well.
It's going to give Hye-jin Yu a sense of how speedy it is down the hill.
Absolutely. And leaving it short is somewhat predictable too, because it looks like there's nothing the other side of the hole.
Meanwhile, at 16, the 2nd for Hye-jin Choi, Karen.
And she's got 145. Good lie in the fairway. Ball a little bit above her feet. Back into the wind. Hole location in the back right portion of the green today.
Surprised how far right she started that. Hitting a draw, she typically likes to hit a little bit of a fade. Worked out nicely.
Move that tee up a little bit here at the par 4 today, just under